The first tool I wanted to share is something called Be Live. B.Live. That's actually this thing that I'm using. All right. B.Live is a broadcast tool and it is very cheap. In fact, it's free. B.Live, you go there, it is free. All right. What is beautiful about this is that with the Be Live app, all right. Sorry, wrong slide. Let me. All right. So now we're talking about Be Live. With Be Live, you can actually invite up to 10 guests and show up to 4 people on screen at the same time. So your church service can be like the way you see CNN, where something is scrolling at the bottom, where you have the guest in there. You can feature one guest, or you can feature 2. More or less, you have your own e-pulpit. What most of our churches do now, there's no e-pulpit there. Somebody is there, they're on their stage in their church, the worship team performs there, and the pastor is somewhere preaching on the stage to people at home. But in a situation where you can't gather, you can't have a guest pastor, you can't have somebody else take offering. But with a broadcast equipment, and there are several of them out there, I'm going to talk about it in a second, you can have a broadcast equipment where that is cheap, sometimes even free. Not all those millions and millions and millions that you spend in your church to do that streaming. Now, with a simple app, like a Be Live, like Livestream, all those things, they are free or cost less than $30 a month. You can invite up to 10 guests into your Cybertorium. That's what we call our own church auditorium at the Cyber Embassy of Christ. The Cybertorium, which is like your church auditorium. So you can have your ministers displayed there. And I'm going to do a separate video where I walk you through how the Be Live studio works. So that the person that is in London that is going to be doing the offering is in the same studio with you. The person that is in Nigeria that's going to share the word is in the studio. You can introduce them, you can have a chat, and then the next thing you know, you put them live and they do their thing. All right, so you can get this amazing e-pulpit tool. I call it an e-pulpit tool at belive.netvangelism360.com. Okay, I don't own the software. I'm just recommending it for you as one of the affiliates. Is what I use. In fact, it's what I'm using to make this broadcast right now. Every time you watch the Cyber Embassy, we use Be Live ourselves. That's why I'm recommending it. There are many more tools out there, but that one is so convenient because with Be Live, you can add your church brand to your broadcast, like here, as you can see right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. You can see Netvangelism 360 at the top. I can easily make that the brand of my church. Let's say we are doing the Cyber Embassy service now. I can change it, as you can see right now. I can change it to Cyber Embassy. I can have our own in-house banner to show that you are live with the Cyber Embassy. As you can see right here, it's the Cyber Embassy of Christ, a live church service. When we are doing Bible study, we change it. All right. When we are doing just a second, when we are doing my kingdom talk during the week, which is my daily stuff, we change the banner. When we are doing Who Wants to Be a Disciple, it's a quiz show that we have. You can personalize the banners. And then you can bring in as many guests as you want into that particular broadcast. You can go live in minutes. All you need is your laptop and an internet connection, even a phone. I was just doing a test run for our inauguration coming up on Sunday for our church, the Cyber Embassy of Christ, and one of the guest pastors, I brought him into the digital studio, and we were practicing how he's going to deliver. And he was in London, but he was able to join me in our Cybertorium, and we were having discussions, and I was showing him how to go live and how to go off. As a serious church, you need to get that now. That allows you to do for internet church service, where you're actually also going to have your worship, where you play it and it looks very live. When it's time for offering, you call the person who's going to do that. And then the beauty about it now is church is getting interactive. You can actually pull up whether while you are preaching or while you are doing welcoming. You can actually bring in the comments. You can see me bringing in the comments of some of the people that are even watching this right now. So you can personalize Where I'm going here is that you can personalize service. Internet is personal. You can't just preach down at people anymore and just do whatever you want. That is in the ancient of days. These days, people want to have an interaction while service is going. All right, so you want to do that. So here I can, while somebody can ask me a question about Christ, even while I'm preaching, and he has some questions, I can just pull up his the person's question on the screen if I want, or I can just read it myself because I see all the thing on the side, and then I can respond, so that someone is no longer you just coming to dump down on people. While you are teaching, you can actually respond to people's questions about this and work that into your sermon. That is the next level of this thing, and your church needs to start figuring that out. You can show the live comments. You can use lower text like I'm doing right now to display your notes. This is where, instead of a PowerPoint in your church, main church building, you can actually display your notes at the bottom the way I'm doing, so people can have a rich experience. And you can preset that like I'm doing now. You can see I'm not typing. Those are my two hands. I already put what I want to show on the screen. With one button, I can show it. With another button, I can take it away. And you can do all of that through very simple broadcast equipment. The one I recommend, okay, is for this e-pulpit, I call it the e-pulpit, is BeLive. And you can get it at belive.netvangelism.com. There are several others out there, of course. There's others like Livestream, Restream, and all that. But this is one I recommend. Or StreamYard.com. Those two, they're the best because they're easy for anybody to use, and they're cheap. More importantly, they don't cost as much as thousands of dollars. BeLive is free. It has a free version. So if you don't want to bring too many people to your studio, maybe only one person who's going to minister with you, maybe the person is in Germany, who's going to officiate with you for that Sunday, then you don't need the paid app. You only need the paid one when you are doing more than 2 people on your e-pulpit. And I think you should do that. It costs like $20 a month. Okay, how cheap can that get compared to all that big equipment that you have to service with all those guys that you have to pay and all those materials you have to buy? So that's tool number one that I think if you're going to take your game to the next level, you need to have. The second tool I also need, you need a rebroadcast equipment or software. No equipment now. All these are online. You don't need to mess around spending lots of money. This a rebroadcast tool or app that when you are live on Facebook, you can also be simultaneously live on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Telegram, on about maybe 20 or 30 different social media at the same time, because all your people are not on Facebook at the same time. So when we go live, we are live also on my LinkedIn account. We are live on our church Telegram account. We are live on our church Facebook group, so that wherever people are online, they can follow you. That you need to have to increase the number of people that you reach with every one of your services. A soul is a soul is a soul is a soul, is what I always say. Whether the person is right in front of you in your church building or the person is in Sri Lanka, the word of God is the word of God. God is one that does the work of conviction, not you, not me. Our job is to share the word out there and then pray that the God of harvest himself will bring in the harvest. So you need a broadcast equipment now that can broadcast simultaneously to so many places at the same time. The one I recommend is called it's a service that you can use to broadcast to 30 different platforms from only one place. You can go to Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, TikTok, everywhere at the same time without doing anything. And that allows you to reach millions of people, to engage with them and minister to them from your laptop, wherever you are. You only go live in one place, like Facebook, and then it takes it everywhere. You want to check this tool out if you're a pastor out there or you're a worker, you want to recommend this to your pastor. Okay, Restream.io. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tool. We have it. It is not very expensive. They also have a free version. So this is not about money. If your church does not want to use all the major frills there, just stay with the free version and do your thing. Even the paid version is not like it's expensive, like $40 a month type of thing. Almost everything that you're going to need to upgrade the level of your service on the internet now, they are much cheaper compared to what you would do offline. Practically every church can afford to spend $40 every month to be able to broadcast to 20 or 30 different places simultaneously. And they are easy to use. I am not technical. I'm not a technical guy. I market software. Even though I own several, I don't know how to make them. So don't think that you have to be technical to be able to use these tools. And if you have to be technical, then that's what you're going to do. You go to Bible school to be able to know how to preach the word. You go to workers training to be able to know how to serve as an usher. They give you training. So why won't you go do training about how to learn tools to be able to help you to take the word of God to the next level? Because people are home now. You can only do that your what I call 2017 model for so long, where you tell 2 or 3 of your people to come to church on Sunday morning, and then they come and sing, and then you're also there. You leave your house, and then you go and stand on your pulpit in your church, and then you're preaching from there. That makes no sense in this day and age. It is not even personal enough. Like what we are having now, this is a direct to internet production. So me and you, we are talking. We're having a chat, and you can do that from your house. And your ministers that are working with you, they all operate from their houses, but everybody comes online through this service. So go check it out. If you're watching, let your make a note of it. Restream.io. Let your pastors check it out. Let your admin people check it out. You workers, go figure out how it works. Teach your pastor. Your pastor may be analog, but now you are not going to be able to do effective gospel outreach if you refuse to learn social media. That means you're just going to be waiting until they open the house. And then what kind of pastor are you? So even if you are not used to internet before, then you better. You are home now. You go start studying. Google. Go to YouTube. Start studying. Because all of a sudden, ability to minister through the internet waves has become a requisite requirement for you to pastor effectively.